Hi everyone, my name's Erin. And as we span the holidays, online retail is expected to be especially strong this season. And it's the perfect time to talk about consumer psychology and how marketing and merchandising can influence customer decision making and purchases. Many consumers use price as a characteristic when they're making their purchasing decisions, and the tendency to rely really heavily on one specific criteria or one specific anchor when making a decision is known as anchoring. When shopping, consumers use price as a comparison for a variety of different products, or they may use an anchor that's more specific to the different types of products they're looking at, such as strength, capacity, size, or something else that's quantifiable. So when Amazon holds up a Kindle DX, even at a lower sales price, alongside a Kindle Fire, the price of the DX serves as an anchor price for the full Kindle line. Now, the new Kindle Fire looks like a more attractive option, and this is also the item that Amazon is really hoping to push as it's new this season. Once you understand how anchoring plays a role in the purchasing decisions, it's another concept that's fairly similar in the process of decision making is the idea of relativity, where we assign value to different items by comparing them to other items. However, we're not actually that able to compare items unless they're fairly similar. So if you look at two different digital cameras from the same manufacturer, it may be fairly easy to decide that the camera with a slightly greater digital zoom has a higher price. However, as the products become a bit more different, it's a little bit harder for us to innately assign a value to those items. So two digital cameras from different manufacturers are harder to compare. And when the products themselves are different, such as a camera and a camcorder, it's even harder to make a comparison there and to ascribe value to those items. Another concept that's becoming more well-known recently is the idea of decision fatigue. The paradox of choice suggests that consumers are faced with so many different choices, it's harder to evaluate all the different options, and they end up experiencing anxiety and fatigue. Decision fatigue leads to emotional purchases. If you're a first-time iPhone buyer, like members of my family were this past month, you may understand that choosing a carrier, a size, and a color requires a little bit of research and consideration. But once you make it through that, you still have to make the decisions and customizations for the rate plan. And this is just the number of options available for an individual plan. Imagine all the decisions you have to make if you're comparing a family plan with an individual plan. Another concept is scarcity, and that's the idea that we tend to value items that we believe to be rare or that we believe may no longer be readily available in the future. In the past, scarcity helped us to gather resources for our own survival, but today that means that many shoppers are heavily motivated by limited editions, time-sensitive sales, and products that they know have a limited stock on hand. The holidays are a perfect time to see examples of scarcity at play, where you have customers who are willing to wait in long lines or to shop at all odd hours of the day and night, and even fight with other customers over products that are rare and valuable. And certainly if you're planning on selling a My Little Pony toy on eBay for $1 million, you better heavily stress that it's the only place you can buy it. Scarcity works hand in hand with urgency, and together you have a recipe for many of our current flash sale sites. So you have both a limited number of products available on hand, and then retailers who shorten the purchase window, essentially truncating consumers' purchase decision-making time. Whether it's daily deals or limited edition items, we never want to feel like we're being left out or we're missing out on something. So between heavy messaging, countdown timers, and time-sensitive offers, merchandisers and marketers can really hone in and drive that it's time for consumers to make a purchase, providing them the incentive to pull the trigger and actually buy the item. Another concept that's become well ingrained in online retail is the idea of social validation. This is a concept that we tend to look at the environment around us and those around us when we're pulling in different cues from the environment to make a decision, to influence that decision. And making a purchase is no different. In fact, social validation cues are so strong that research has shown that when products have at least one customer review written on the item, even if it wasn't a very good 5-star review, that product is more likely to be purchased than items that don't have any reviews associated with them. So if you're looking to include social validation cues in your own store, customer reviews, user-generated lists like on Amazon, or products that can be publicly liked or hearted are options to go there. So hopefully some of these ideas have piqued your interest as items to explore further in your own marketing and merchandising strategies in the new year going forward. Thank you.
Bye.